Okay, this is your Writer's Workshop lesson for Thursday. So yesterday on Wednesday, we worked on writing our introduction by hooking our readers and then previewing what our sections would be. So today, we're going to kind of go back and look at the work we did on Tuesday and move forward with that. So our teaching point is that informational writers draft by writing each section on its own page, okay? So I want you to have in front of you your work from Tuesday where you had the different squares with the sections and your bullets on it. So what I did is I just rewrote one of mine up here on the board so that you could see it that way since you can't really see a paper that I would have, okay? So today's TP is that I'm going to take each of these sections and then I'm going to draft it out into a full paragraph, okay? So when I get to a new page, the first thing I would do is write the heading. So this section's about rules, so I would write rules at the top, and then I'm going to take my bullets and write them into a full paragraph, okay? And obviously I can add more than what I originally had here. This was just to get me started and get me thinking about the rules of volleyball. So as you are drafting your paragraph, here are some things that you might want to try including. So we want to have facts, right? Because this is informational writing, so it's all true. Details. Questions. So maybe remember you're writing to teach somebody. You want to keep them interested, so maybe you ask them a question every so often. And you might even have a spot where you could put a little vignette, which is a little personal story, right? So if you were doing, say, about soccer and you were writing about the positions, maybe you could have a little story about what position you play. That would be an example of including a vignette. So when you're writing out these paragraphs, you're using your own knowledge, right? Because this is a topic we already know a lot about. And then, yes, you are welcome to go ahead and do a little bit of research on Google to find some more facts or details that you could include. However, for now, I'm going to make that a separate lesson for tomorrow. So today I'm just going to focus on writing from my own knowledge what I already know, okay? If you really want to start doing a little bit of research today and including that, that's fine. Tomorrow, though, we'll just be continuing this same work of writing our sections, but I'll give you some pointers on how you can use the internet to find details to include in these sections, okay? So right now, I'm going to read you an example of what this section might sound like. And again, we'll push it out to you on Classroom so you can go back to it and see it there, okay? It is important to know the rules of volleyball so you can play the game correctly. I will share with you the rules for indoor volleyball. Before I share some specific rules, I will give you a few general things you need to know. Volleyball is played with 6 players on the court, 3 in the front and 3 in the back. Also, usually games are played to 25 points and you play best out of 3 or best out of 5. Okay, now on to the specific rules. The first rule you need to know is that each team only has 3 hits to get the ball over the net. Now, if a front row player tries to block it and touches the ball, that does not count as a hit. Otherwise, a team must get the ball over the net by or on the 3rd hit, or the other team gets a point. The second rule you need to know is that one player cannot hit it twice in a row. For example, if the ball comes over the net, I can hit it first, then Miss Soto, and then Miss Wong, but none of us can hit it twice in a row. However, it is okay to hit it again after another player has hit it. For example, if the ball came over the net, I could pass it to Miss Wong, and she could set it back to me, and then I could hit it over the net. So, do you understand that I can hit it twice? I just can't hit it twice in a row. The third rule you need to know is that when you serve the ball, you cannot cross the back line, and when you hit the ball up at the net, you cannot cross that line either. If you cross either of those lines, the other team will get a point. The fourth rule is that your team must rotate positions clockwise. You can't just stay in the same spot the whole game. Do you feel like you know the rules of volleyball now? There are some other rules to volleyball, but these are the most important ones to know and will allow you to go play volleyball with your friends. If you want to know all the rules, you can come and ask me, or you can look them up online. Okay, so that's the end of my paragraph. So hopefully you guys can see how I took just those 4 quick thoughts I had and stretched them out into a paragraph where I had lots of details and facts, and I asked a couple questions in there. I didn't really use a vignette in this one, but I might use it maybe in another section where I feel like it's more appropriate. Okay, so for today, you need to be writing for 30 minutes. You need to set your timer and start working on your different sections. So you should already have your introduction. So now go ahead and start whichever section you'd like to first and work for 30 minutes. You should be able to finish, I'd say probably at least 2 sections, maybe 3, okay? And then follow your teacher's directions on if she wants anything turned in today or not from Writer's Workshop. Okay, thank you.